hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a review of episode 2 of Boku dake ga Inai Machi. Yeah, let's start. So usually our main character, Satoru, has this ability called Revival, which makes him go 1 to 5 minutes in the past, and then a big event happens and he has to kind of fix it. But in this case, randomly, it decides to go 18 years in the past, and by randomly, it's not really random, but it decides to bring him 18 years in the past, and that causes Satoru a lot of confusion. And this episode, it's pretty much just him coming to terms with the fact he's 18 years in the past and figuring out and deciding what he has to do. That was the episode. So at first, he's kind of confused and just very taken aback with what has just happened. He's literally 18 years in the past, back to when he's a little child, and he's kind of confused as to what's happening. Of course, he doesn't remember all his memories, and he's in the past, and he's like trying to figure out what he's supposed to do, how he's supposed to act. It would be a lot to deal with. We meet Hiro, the little girl in his group. We meet Kazu, the bigger guy with the spiky hair. We meet Osamu, who's kind of like the nerd. Well, he has the glasses on, he's not necessarily a nerd, but we meet him, and then we meet Kenya, which is the cool guy, the cool, genius, smart guy of the group, the blonde guy. He's pretty cool. I like him. There's something going down with him though, because he seems to know a lot. We get introduced to them. We also get introduced more to Kayo Hinazuki, which is the girl that Satoru wants to save, the girl that got abducted and killed when he was a kid, but of course she hasn't been killed yet. He figures out that he needs to save her and do a bunch of other things so that hopefully in the end he can save his mom, which, spoiler alert, she's died in the first episode that happened, and I was like, what? Already? This is crazy! Anyways, he just really wants to save his mom, and yeah. So the other kids in his group notice his interest in Kayo, and they're like, oh, you have a crush on her. But Kenya's the only one who kind of is chill about it. He's like, I think it's a good thing you're interested in her. And it seems like there's something behind him. Like, he seems like he's too chill with all this, and like he knows something. But what could he know? Does he have the same skill? Probably not, but he seems like he knows something. Oh yeah, so anyways, the whole crush incident was pretty much a good thing to happen, because Kazu is like, oh, I can totally hook you up with her, like, here, I'll set up a little talk for you guys outside of school. And so that happened, and Satoru pretty much was like, I want to be friends. They had like this whole little deep conversation, and it ends with her being like, would you kill someone for me? And Satoru's like, oh my god. But we also see a little more into her life, because she has like this giant bruise on her leg, and Satoru feels as though that she might be getting abused, and there could be more to the story than her just being abducted and killed. At the end of the episode, Satoru decides he wants to have a birthday party, and he's going to invite her, and he goes to the park after school, and he finds her there, of course, which is the last place he ended up seeing her before she died previously. But he goes to see her, and they have this whole talk, and it's pretty deep, and they talk about how they're both fakes, and they both put on this kind of persona and a performance. He invited her to his birthday party, and it was really cute, and she was doing a little blush, and then they did the whole hand thing, and they were like holding hands, and she's like, whoa, you need to chill, and he's like, kind of freaks out, but it was really funny. And yeah, the episode pretty much ends with him being like, yeah, I have to save her. Also, thanks to Kenya, he suggested that Satoru go read the student newspaper thing. I don't know, I guess it publishes essays that the students have written, and it published an essay by Kayo, and in it, she talks about a town that existed where she wasn't or something, and it just talks about how she wants to get away from the town, get away from all the people, the school, her mom, and how she just wants to be free to do whatever she wants, and which also made Satoru even more worried about her. This show is not a light anime to watch at all. It's really heavy, and it's really deep, and it really makes you think. Overall, I really enjoy this show so far. It is great. I'm always very excited to watch it, and it has not disappointed me at all since it began. I mean, there's only 2 episodes so far, but still, having only 2 episodes and me thinking like it's super amazing, and it's making me feel a certain way that I'm very surprised. It's only been 2 episodes and I'm already like obsessed with it, and it's so good, and it's just it just sucks you right in, and you have to like fully watch it, and you're just so into the story, and you're like, what's gonna happen next? And you're just waiting for things to happen, and you're like, oh my god, that was a lot of ranting, I'm sorry. I just really like this show so far. The characters I enjoy. Satoru, I love his like inner monologues and how sometimes he accidentally blurts it out loud when he didn't mean to. And I just like him discovering more about himself as he discovers more about what he's supposed to do. And I love his mom. His mom is great. Love her. She knows everything. She's like, wait a minute. Only you want to invite 5, but you only have like 4 friends. You must have a girlfriend. I love Kenya so far. He seems pretty cool. He looks like he knows something, but I'm not sure like how or what he knows and how he knows it, but I don't know. This show is just really great so far, and I'm just so excited to keep watching it. I also just love how it builds suspense in like subtle ways, where just the things that happen and like the interactions with people, and even just like the different shots. And one shot was of Yuki, I think that was his name, like the guy who got charged with the abduction. He was just sitting there and watching, and you see him after Satoru and Kaio walk away. It's just like a shot of him just watching, and like even that just builds suspense, and you're like, oh my god, I'm getting like goosebumps talking about this. That was my review. I hoped you guys liked it. If you did, you can always like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot when you guys do, and I'm almost at 1,000, which is insane. But yeah, I make a bunch of videos a week, and bye!